Hello everyone, it's Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. I'm on another rant today. The royal meal this time. Whenever I have any orders for coasters or anything that'll go in a large letter packet, I can either post them in the post box on my top of my estate. It's a quick walk up to the post box. But there's only one problem with that. They only pick up once a day at 9 o'clock in the morning. Well, if I get any orders for coasters or anything little that'll go in a large letter thing, if it's after closing time for the post office, I can just walk up to the post box, because I always have stamps. I can put them in. Otherwise, if it's before that, or as long as the post office is open, I prefer to walk over to the post box outside the post office, because the last post to pick up during the day there is 4 o'clock. And there's many a time I went there before 4 o'clock and the royal mail's been and gone, and picked up the things where I could have just walked up the top of my estate and popped them in the post box up there, which is really annoying me. So I had an order today. Not sure actually when I got the order, but I'm having to start checking my emails and my eBay thing, because usually when I get an order on eBay, it makes a sound on my phone like a cash register opening and closing. And then I know straight away I've got an order, and I'll check it straight away. But it hasn't been, I've had quite a few orders lately and it hasn't been making that noise on my phone. But anyway, I had an order for some coasters and I didn't see them until about 2:30 today, I think it was. And I decided, I better check on the emails and that, and there was one. It's for a lady in the Isle of Man. So I thought it was 2:30. I'll just walk over the post office. So I sorted out the coasters and packed them in a large little package thing. And it's about a 15-minute walk, a slow walk, about 15-minute walk from my house over to the post office. There's just a little corner shop that has a post office in it, and there's a post box outside. So I walked over. I left the house 3:15, so I'll get there for about 3:30. That's a good half hour before they pick up the last post. So I'm walking over. I left the house 3:15 and walking over slowly. Was just coming up. I have to go through an estate, through some houses, and then up this little cut through. It's a they call it Strettles Memorial. They do like gravestone things and things like that, go through that, a cut through that place there, and it's a long like pathway, and I'm walking along and I could see the Royal Mail van outside driving away from the post office. It's only 3:30. So I was really annoyed. And I went in the shop, and with being Isle of Man, I hadn't put any stamps on because I wasn't sure whether you just put a stamp on or whether you had to get a, the things that the postmaster puts through something. But he said it was just ordinary stamps. But I went into the shop, and there was the postmaster, the people that run the shop, and his son. Two of them were in hysterics coming over, and I said, "What's the matter with you?" And it was his son, he seen to me. He says, "Look at there's Mrs. Smith coming over there." He says, "I bet she's coming with a parcel for the post." He says, "Because that's the only time she ever comes over here." Because my local post box on my estate, there's a shop just across the road there. I normally, if I want anything, I'll go there. And it's open late at night as well. And the two of them were laughing, and I says, well, you know, you are a post office. I says, I've got no other reason to come here, and, you know, and saying, well, just saying, but yeah, you're going to have making your mouth go when you come because the post van's just gone. I says, I know, I just seen it. I says, it's only 3:30. I says, that's not the first time he's done that. I says, I wanted this parcel in so it would be picked up tonight instead of tomorrow. And the two of them were just laughing. They thought it was funny because the son says, when my dad says, he says, as soon as you come in, you'll start. So anyway, I says, well, why can they not stick to that time? It's supposed to be 4 o'clock. And he says, I've done one row too many. We'll be busy talking on there, so I'm going to put that down. But he says, they always do that. He says, if they're, you know, wanting to finish and this is the last one, they'll just come and pick up from here and go away. And he says, it depends how much time they've got. I says, well, they seem to have a lot of time on their hands to me. Then I says, if they can finish that early, it must be so many jobs and finish. You were saying, how are you? Just let your chicken give us your part, what you want to post. And like I said, I wasn't sure whether it was or just ordinary stamps I had to put on, or whether I had to put anything else on, because I'm sure that Isle of Man's class as international postage room. She's just ordinary stamps. So she says, do you want a first class or a second class? I said, I don't want any stamps. I've got some in my purse. And then he turned out to be son. He says, there you are. She's not even buying the stamps for the thing. I says, look, a syrup. So I went in the shop and he says, I suppose that's all you want? And I says, no, actually, I says, I want some milk and some breakfast cereal because I says, I've run out. He said, oh, we're on it. You know, the cheek of them. But anyway, saying that, I have done a little cardigan. I've got the back done. I'll turn it that way for the back. It's one of the sleeves on both fronts. 2 fronts. And it was the second sleeve I just started, so hopefully I'm going to get that finished for tomorrow. Put that down there so I can take it when I go to pick my friend up from the bingo. I think I'm going to have to take that row out because I've done 1 row too many. I should have started the pattern on that last row. So anyway, I came back home. I'll do a little bit knitting, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm nearly finished. This is the second last of the sizes I have to do on the blackberry pattern. Now I've got written on my ledger down here. So I thought I've only got the 20-inch to do after that, and then I'll be able to sort out the PDF. Well, I'm looking at the pattern, everything I've got written down here. I was just glancing over everything. Then I suddenly realised when I done the 16-inch, that's my phone there as well. The 16-inch, I started off writing everything down, and I got so far down, and I haven't been writing the rest of what I did. I have to knit it and finish off the instructions I've got written down here, because I don't know how many stitches I had on for the sleeves. I mean, I can work it out in my head, but I'd better to knit it and do it that way, because I've got written down here 35 stitches. That's as many stitches for the sleeve. There may be more than 35 stitches for the sleeve. So I'm going to have to do the 18-inch. But I have got an order from Dagry in the United States. She wants me to do a couple of baby blankets for twins that are due in May, I think she said. And she wants me to do a baby cardigan for each of them. So I'm going to do the 16-inch blackberry one, so I can get all the instructions finished down on here. And that just reminded me, when I was over the post office, I don't know how long it's going to take me to do Dagry's, but I'll need one of those forms for the international postage, a CN22 or something like that, I think it is. I could have got one of those while I was over there. I'm sure I had one in this house somewhere. I've just been hunting for it and I can't find it, but I know I had one. I don't know what I've done with it. I've just looked, I've got things underneath my coffee table. I've got all sorts of books and everything under there, and I've been hunting through all of them looking for this form, because it'll not take me very long to do baby blankets. I think the last time I did a baby blanket, it's using 8mm needles and using 2 strands of wool. Like, I'm going to do a strand of pink and a strand of white together, because it's a girl and a boy, the twins. And the blue one, I'm going to do a strand of blue and a strand of white. It'll be like chunky. I think it'll be like chunky. I think it'll come out like chunky. That's the last one I did. It only took me a couple of days to make, so. And then it'll not take very long for the 2 little 16-inch cardings. I've just got to sort out, tell her how much it's going to cost and how much the postage is going to be. I think with the weight of the blankets and then the little cardigans, because I think that for the send to United States, I think it's a certain price up to 750 grams, and then it goes up to a higher amount for anything over that. And I think it's going to be over that. And the last time I sent something like that, it cost about £36 to post it over to the United States. So I'll have to work all that out for her and send her an email to tell her that. So she's going to get the little blackberry stitch cardigans for the baby, so I can do the 16-inch again and have all the instructions written down, because don't know what I was thinking. And I have put a little bit more of the tutorial up on my other channel, Sheila's Just Knitting, for the mint green blackberry 22-inch cardigan I was doing. I thought I had lost the, what I had recorded for the sleeve, but I was sorting my phone. I do those recordings on my phone because I put my phone up on a cupboard thing, and it sticks out over the top, so over my hands when I'm doing anything. I have got a contraption thing that you put onto the table and that, but I don't like it because it comes too close down over my hands and I keep hitting it sometimes when I'm doing it. So I prefer to, it's an old bingo board I put in my cupboard, and I stick it out, put a couple of tins on to stop it, the weight of the phone making it come off, and I just work underneath it, and it's a lot more space underneath it. I don't hit it when I'm doing anything. But when I do this, the things automatically go into a video place on my phone, and I thought I had lost this. I thought I hadn't recorded it. Well, I was decided today to look through my phone because it's starting to get chocker with little bits of videos. I need to delete something, so I was looking through to see what I could get rid of, and I found this bit of the little video I had done for the sleeve for this cardigan. It had went into a different place. I must have pressed something wrong on the phone. It had actually recorded, but it had went somewhere else. That's how I couldn't see it. So I managed to get that sorted, and I've put that little bit video up for the sleeve. But I have got the whole of the video. I was going to put the whole lot up all at once, and I have a converter on my computer, on my laptop, and it's one of those converters where you cut bits out that you don't want and you can join bits together and all that. But it's a bit temperamental at times. So I sat for an hour. I went through the whole of the rest of the cardigan, from the sleeves right up to the finish, the sewing up and everything, cutting little bits out here and there. And I don't know whether there was just too many things cut out and the converter didn't like it, but I sat for an hour sorting it all out, and then when I went to put it through to start it off converting it, come up with an error thing and it went off. And I thought, I've sat for an hour doing all that and I'm not going to sit for an hour doing it all again and have the same thing happen again. So I just done the sleeve. I've sorted out the sleeve, and because there was less cutting out of the video and all that to do on a little bit of it, and it went through okay. So I've put the sleeve part up, and I'll put the rest up maybe tomorrow. I'll sit and sort the rest out tomorrow because I don't want to spend any more time. I want to get this thing finished. So that was another rant about the converter on my laptop. It's free software. It used to be free software. I think I ended up having to pay for it, but it used to be free. It's called FreeMake, and it's great for doing your videos and cutting bits out that you don't want and joining bits together and that. And that's what I do with it. And but I think after a while they brought it. It must have been getting popular, and a lot of people were using it, so they decided to start charging us for it. It wasn't very much, but when they charge you for it, it's for a life. You know, you don't have to pay again. Where some of these other ones, they want monthly payments off you for these other things, like these Microsoft Word things and all that. You know, I won't believe in paying for things, for making them PDFs and things like that. I don't pay for them. I have to look for free software on the internet. So I did pay for it because when I was using it, you could still use it free, but it was making a logo right across the whole video with FreeMake written on it. So anyway, that's sorted. So I'll probably sort the rest out tomorrow and put the rest of the instructions for the cardigan up. So that's my little bit for today. Rant over. So thumbs up and subscribe. Bye for now.